News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
A swift reaction to a presidential veto. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. Here it is Wednesday, February 25th, 2015. Right now we have a cloudy sky, 39 degrees in Missoula. And our newscast this morning is sponsored by Dig It Excavating, bringing 30 years of excavation excellence to every job. Call 214-4292. Supporters of the Keystone XL pipeline were disappointed but not surprised at President Obama's veto of the bill sent to his desk yesterday. Montana Junior Senator Steve Daines said the veto means a loss of jobs and tax revenue for the state.
Well, we're really disappointed to hear the news today of President Obama's veto of the Keystone pipeline. We need the jobs. We need the tax revenues for Montana, $80 million a year, and it moves us towards North American energy independence. These are shovel-ready jobs. It's time to stop debating the Keystone pipeline, start building.
Republicans and Democrats in Congress will now attempt to override the president's veto. They'll need at least 60 votes in the Senate. Right now, they're about 4 votes short. Montana Governor Steve Bullock was in Missoula yesterday, urging students at the U of M to push for passage of 11 bills related to campaign finance disclosure. Bullock repeatedly mentioned bipartisanship during his speech and emphasized a bill carried by Republican Dwayne Ankney more than any other.
First glance, he and I don't have a lot in common. I'm a lawyer. He's a coal miner. I'm a Democrat. He's Republican. He has a great mustache. I don't know that I can grow one. But we do share something in common in as much as we know that in Montana, elections are decided by individuals.
The governor pleaded with the audience to call the legislatures to support bills that could be killed off completely if they don't make the transmittal deadline before Friday.
It's up to you to be the part to make sure that the elections are representing your interests. And I don't care if that's on the Democratic side or the Republican side. But ultimately, all we're asking is to add that disclosure and transparency to our elections to make sure that we know whose voices are being heard and who's trying to influence.
Bullock also admitted the campaign finance bills he pushed for would not be able to override the Supreme Court's Citizens United decision, saying, quote, "We'll need a new Supreme Court for that." Speaking of the legislature, Madeline Beck with the U of M School of Journalism reports yesterday at the legislature, amendments nearly killed the Salish-Kootenai Water Rights Compact Bill. The compact would outline water rights for those on or near the Flathead Reservation. Republican Senator Janet Taylor says she didn't mean for her 2 amendments to kill the bill.
If that was my intention, I would have brought these amendments on the floor, which would have been much worse and probably would have killed the bill. That was absolutely not my intention.
However, the bill's carrier, Senator Chaz Vincent, said the committee knew the amendments would be the death of the bill.
I can certainly tell you that everybody on that committee knew full well that any amendments to Senate Bill 262 was essentially killing the bill. So any statements otherwise probably are disingenuous, I would say that.
Vincent saved the bill by getting it to be tabled in committee and then blasting it out onto the floor with a 33-17 vote. That means it'll be heard without amendments today. Again, thanks to Madeline Beck from the U of M School of Journalism for that report. Montana senators have passed a bill that would allow elementary school districts with at least 1,000 students to create a new high school district. Senate Bill 107 was approved yesterday on a vote that now moves to the House. 3 current elementary districts, East Helena, Lockwood near Billings, and Hellgate Elementary in Missoula, are expected to pursue expansion should the measure survive the House and receive the governor's signature. The School District 1 here in Missoula opposes that move. The acting director of the VA Montana healthcare system has been removed from the job at Fort Harrison because he's exceeded the amount of time he can hold the temporary position. VA Montana Public Affairs Officer Randy Martin said Tuesday federal law allows an acting medical center director to hold the position for 120 days with a one-time extension of 120 days. Martin says the delegation of authority is a temporary measure until a permanent director is named. One juror who revealed too much information during voir dire caused a judge to declare a mistrial in the case of a University of Montana student accused of rape. 19-year-old Timothy Schwartz's attorney, Lisa Kaufman, explains.
One of the jurors inadvertently told the judge and the other 70-plus people in the courtroom that she had participated in a previous trial regarding my client. And so the judge had no choice but to declare a mistrial.
Kaufman says there's a legal term for what happened in district court on Monday.
Because every accused who begins a trial comes in with a clean slate. we refer to that as the ringing of the bell. The bias and prejudice is already potentially there, and you can't unring a bell.
Kaufman said the process of selecting another jury for Schwartz's rape trial will have to start again from scratch. A Washington State woman, 45-year-old Iona Johnston, is in custody after allegedly attempting to slash a Montana Highway Patrol trooper with a hunting knife and then lying about her identity. Court records indicate Trooper Derek Brown assisted Trooper Del Amon with a traffic stop at Palmer and North Russell on Sunday afternoon. Deputy County Attorney Matt Jennings describes what happened.
During the course of the investigation, she basically took a swipe at one of the troopers with a large hunting knife, and the troopers luckily were able to step back, avoid injury from that.
Jennings said the two troopers were also attacked by a pit bull dog during the incident.
Had to get her out of the vehicle. When they eventually did so and were trying to restrain her, a pit bull that was in the van actually jumped out of the vehicle and bit one of the troopers, causing him injury.
At her court appearance yesterday, Johnston was charged with felony assault on a peace officer, misdemeanor obstruction of a peace officer, and resisting arrest. Substitute Justice of the Peace Travis Dye set bail for Johnston of $30,000. The dog was seized by animal control, and Trooper Amon was treated for dog bites at St. Patrick Hospital. People from Arizona to Canada reported seeing bright lights in the sky as a Chinese rocket burned up in the atmosphere. Witnesses described the lights as a group of about 36 fireballs moving slowly north Monday. Canadian photographer Neil Zeller said it looked like a cluster of fireballs followed by a long orange tail. Major Martin O'Donnell with the U.S. Strategic Command said the lights were a Chinese rocket booster that re-entered the atmosphere and broke apart about 11 o'clock Mountain Time. He said the rocket that launched a satellite back in December wasn't abnormally large, but re-entry angles and weather can make things look brighter. Mike Henke with the American Meteor Society says his organization got more than 150 reports of the event from 9 western states, including Montana. News Talk time now is 6:10.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy skies today with a few snow flurries early, then a chance of a rain-snow mix this afternoon with our high temperatures warming into the upper 30s and low 40s. Tonight, a little light snow, lows dropping into the 20s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.